Hi guys, Amy Starr Allen here. And in this quick video today, I am going to be talking about how to use your Facebook group to connect more deeply with your audience members, provide value for them, connect with them individually, and potentially make more sales in your business. So before I get into today's training, I just want to mention that I did a training on this already that I definitely recommend that you watch when you're finished watching this video. It's this video right here. And in this video, I went over some of the technical aspects of how I have my Facebook group set up and how I am generating unlimited content ideas from my Facebook group. And I showed you how I connect with my audience members. I gave you some examples of messages that I send them and stuff like that. So I definitely recommend watching that video because it goes with this video. In today's video, I just wanted to do a little bit of an add-on to that video because I've made a couple of sales in my business in the last week by implementing what I'm going to show you today. So I just wanted to add this on because I didn't really talk about this in the last video. So in the last video, I went over how I use my membership questions when people are requesting to join my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group where I talk about online marketing, growth hacks for entrepreneurs. And so I have a series of 3 questions that people answer when they join the group. And one of those questions, I'm asking them what they need help with right now, right? So in the video that I just mentioned, that I created before about this, I showed you how I take their answer to that question and use it as a way to come up with unlimited amount of content ideas. Because every time somebody joins my group and they tell me what they need help with, that's something that I can create a piece of content around to that I know that my audience needs help with. Or I can send them to a piece of content that I've already created on that topic, which is what I showed you in this video. So in today's video, what I want to show you is how to take it one step further. So the other thing that you can do besides just sending your audience member a video that you've already created or putting it on your list of content ideas to create in the future, one of the things that you can do is send a private message to this person and just ask them more about what they're needing help with to get a better understanding about exactly where they're stuck. So this is something that I just started to do, and it works really, really well because I'm able to actually serve people much more immediately by just asking them some simple questions. So let me show you what I mean. So this is an example of some of the questions that people answer when they come into the group. They answer, I ask, how did you find this group? Because I like to know where people are finding my group, searching on Facebook. I ask if they want to learn about earning income outside of what they're currently doing. And if they do, they can give me their email address. So I collect their email address here. And then the third question I ask, when it comes to online marketing, what do you need the most help with? So this person said content creation and also how to run a Facebook group. Okay. So what I do with this information is, and again, I went over this in more detail in the last video, but generally speaking, what I do with this information is I take this information, what they need help with, and I add it to this spreadsheet that I have with all of these content ideas. This is all stuff that people have asked me for help with that are joining my Facebook group. So anytime I want to create a piece of content, I can look here and find some things that people have asked me for help with and get ideas. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to add it to my spreadsheet. And then the other thing that I also showed you in the last video is that I can take some of the videos, a video or some of the videos that I've already created, and I can send them to this person in a private message. I have created quite a few videos about creating content, so I can find a couple videos that I think might help this person and send them a direct message and say, welcome to my group. Here are a couple videos to get you started. You asked for help with content creation, and I think this might help you. So I can send them a couple of videos like that. And that works really well because that's a personal touch that a lot of people aren't doing with their Facebook group. And just so you know, I don't do this with every single person that joins my group. I don't send a private message to every single person. You could. For me, it just depends if I feel like there's something that I could really help somebody with right there in the moment. Or not, but you don't have to do it with every person. What I do with every person is I welcome them into the group in a group message. So if you're not doing this in your Facebook group, I recommend doing this. As you're letting people into your Facebook group, Facebook keeps track of who the new members are. So at the top of your group, if you click on members, and it resets every week. So mine just reset, but it says you have one new member this week, write a post to welcome them. Normally it'll say I have like 10 new members or whatever. And I'm about to let a bunch more people into my group, so it'll be more. But when you click on write a welcome post, what it's going to do, I'm not going to do this right now because I need to let a bunch more people into my group and then I'm going to do this. But what it does is it automatically tags all of the new members. So let me show you an example. So here's a recent welcome post that I did. And all I do is I put a picture that says welcome. I have a few of these that I rotate between. And I do a message here where I'm welcoming them to the group. And then I'm letting them know, click on the guides tab at the top of the group to find some of the most popular training in the areas you need help in. So under my guides tab, and I'll show you this in a second, I have everything categorized. So if someone wants help with funnel building, I have a category for that. If someone wants help with content creation, I have a category for that. If someone wants help with affiliate marketing, I have a category for that. So I'm letting everybody know, every single person that gets admitted to this group is getting tagged, and I'm telling them where they can find free resources from me right away. And then I say, be sure and watch the welcome video that's pinned to the top of the group. And then I put a link to it here as well. And so that takes them to a welcome video. So they're going to get welcomed into the group by me. And I'm going to kind of show them around the group. I'm going to explain the guides tab and tell them that I'm constantly adding more content to that and that they can find out and show them where I have these downloadable PDFs that they can have for free. So I'm giving them a little bit of an orientation in that welcome video. And then I always offer them a free resource right here in the welcome post. And I kind of switch this up. In this one, I'm saying if you need a little help with your content marketing, I'd like to offer you my guide to help you with your content marketing and short form videos. And so I tell them about the guide and I give them a link to it right here. So if they click on this, it's going to take them to a page where they can just download my guide right here. They can click for free access and they can get on my email list and download the guide. And then I say, we'd love to meet you. Take a moment to introduce yourself. And then I give them some things to tell us about themselves. And then you'll see down here, it automatically tags all of the new people. And so the guides tab where I'm sending everybody is here at the top of the group. So when they click on the guides tab, it's going to take them to all of these guides. Guide 1 is a bunch of free resources. These are all like my PDF lead magnets that I give away online. They can find them all right here. Then Guide 2, lead generation and funnel building. Guide 3, traffic and conversions. Guide 4, mindset. Guide 5, marketing hacks. Guide 6, marketing, affiliate marketing conversation. So anyway, I've got all of these different guides. I have a lot of them. Graphic design hacks. So depending on what somebody needs right away, they're going to be able to just look at these categories and find what they need. And each of you'll see like this lead generation funnel building. It shows these videos, but you'll see there's 13 more if they click on that. And there's all these different videos that I have on that topic. So I have quite a bit of content in this group already that people can just come in here and find regardless of what they need help with. So that's why I'm sending all of my new members to the guides tab right away so that they can immediately go look through some of the stuff that I have in here. And so the other thing that I'm sending them to right away is the welcome video. And this is the welcome video. It's 1.5 minutes. And it's basically just saying, welcome to the group. And then just giving them a quick orientation and letting them know where they can find things, telling them to use the guides to find what they need and so forth. So every single member that joins my group, I'm sending them this video and to the guides tab so that they can, easily find what they're looking for. So every person, whether or not I send them a private message, everybody's going to get tagged in a welcome post. Everybody's going to get this kind of little orientation, welcome to my group, and a little bit of an orientation and a hello message from me and a welcome video from me. So because of this, like I said, I don't necessarily send a private message to every single person I let into my group, but I do it from time to time, especially if I'm not clear about what they need help with. And so this is what I've been doing over the last couple of weeks. I've been doing it more. And what's been happening is it's been opening up some great conversations, and I've actually made some sales in my business directly by doing this. And so this is why I wanted to show this to you. Okay, so this is the process I take everybody through. And then when I see a question that I feel like I want to ask a question about to get more clarity about, I just send the person a direct message. So let me give you some examples. So this is my spreadsheet where I have all these content ideas that I've been getting from all of the people that have been joining my group. So one of the things somebody asked me was, all they said when I said, what do you need help with? He said, startup costs. And I don't know what that means. So I don't know if he needs help coming up with the money for startup costs. I don't know if he's asking about startup costs for different types of program. Like I didn't know what he meant by that. So I sent him a message and I asked him, can you be more specific? I'd love to help you with whatever you need help with around startup costs. And he said, I just need some help coming up with some money so that I can start an online business. And I was like, okay, great. Well, I have some resources that can help you with that. So I sent him, first I asked if he would like to see, I said, I have a page with a couple of videos on it that will give you some ideas about how to come up with some money for some startup costs. Would you like that? He said, yes. So I sent it to him. So tip number one, don't just send people stuff if they're not asking for it, or if you haven't asked their permission to send it, because then it's spammy, and not to mention they're a lot less likely to actually look at the information. But I already told him what the page was, what's on the page. Would you like access to this? And he said yes. So then what I did was I just sent him to this simple page that I have that has, it says start an online business even if you have no money right now. And it's got some ideas for coming up with some quick money so that you can start the online business that you want to start. And then it just has a link here for my number one business recommendation. This is the all-in-one business that I have, that I'm an affiliate for, and that I offer, that has changed my life. So all I did was have a button on this page for that. But I'm helping him with, the questions that he had about how to come up with startup costs. And that's it. Well, next thing you know, he watched these videos and then he joined my business. So that all never would have happened had I not reached out to him personally and said, can you clarify a little bit what you need help with as far as startup costs? So that's one example. So here's another example. Another answer that I got in my membership questions was, I need help with it all. I have been doing it since August with no luck. So I reached out to her and I said, what have you been doing since August with no luck? What kind of business do you have? And what kind of marketing strategies are you doing? So that I could better understand what she's been doing with no luck, so that I could then either send her a video that I have or recommend something, go to the next step with her. So she started telling me what she was doing, and it was crazy. It was some marketing strategy I've never even heard of, where she's like pitching other people to post promotions on their pages for her. And she's doing some type of a $500 giveaway just to basically pitch her products for her network marketing company and get them seen by more people. And so we had a little bit of a dialogue about that, because that's not the way that I market. I always come from a place of value, not just like pitching stuff and saying, here's my product, buy it kind of thing. And so what she was doing was like a version of just pitching products, right? And it was actually costing her a decent amount of money, because she was having to pay for these giveaways and all this different stuff. So we just had a little bit of a conversation about it. And I basically said, have you ever heard of attraction marketing and having, the right people come to you based on the content that you put out and blah, blah, blah. And she hadn't. And so we just went back and forth a little bit. And I basically told her where, would you like to be able to plug into a place where you could learn some different marketing strategies that I think would work a lot better. And she asked me how much it costs. And when I told her, about the academy that I am a part of, and I told her how much it costs and what you get in there, she was blown away. She was like, oh my God, that is so much less than what I'm paying right now. And I feel like it could actually help me learn how to market properly. And so then she joined. And so basically these happened within a couple of days of each other, just from me taking a little bit more time to actually reach out to people who are answering my membership questions. And rather than just sending them to a video that I made or letting them know where they can find the resources inside of the Facebook group, I'm actually opening up a dialogue to see how, to specifically better understand what they need and how I might be able to help them. And in both of these cases, I didn't even send them a video that I made, or I didn't send them to a place in my Facebook group. I answered their questions right there on the spot. And the next thing you know, both of them joined. And just another thing to consider as far as just a mindset tip around all of this as well, when we're speaking to people about the cost of things that we offer, nothing that I offer costs very much, but a lot of times we have this assumption that if somebody's not succeeding in their business, that means that they don't have any money to spend to get the tools or training that could actually help them. And that is not always the case. Because in this case, she was spending a lot of money on her marketing and it was not producing results. So if I can help her take the money that she's spending on this marketing strategy that's not working and use just a fraction of that to get inside of our academy where she can actually learn all of these other marketing strategies, many of which are free. Like all of the marketing strategies I do are free. They don't even cost anything. So the only cost is, for the training inside of the academy, which is just not very much. It's a lot less than what she was already spending. So had I just assumed, well, she's not having success, so she's not going to want to spend money on this training academy, then I wouldn't have been able to help her because I would have made an assumption that just wasn't true. So I just wanted to mention that too. Never assume that somebody isn't in a place to take the next step that might, be able to help them move forward in their business, because we just don't know, regardless of how much success somebody has or doesn't have. We just don't know where they are financially or what they're willing to do. The first example, he wanted to start a business and didn't have the money. I sent him some videos to show him how he could easily come up with the money. And so he watched the video and was like, oh, it's easy to come up with money. And then he joined, right? I could have seen that and said, oh, he doesn't have any money, so I'm not even going to offer him a solution because my solution costs money. Do you see the difference? So I just wanted to mention that as well. Never assume where somebody's at or how committed they are to changing their life. And that if given, something that could potentially change their life in the way that they want to change it and help them to get to where they want to be in their life, that a lot of people are willing to do things that we don't give them credit for. So just keep that in mind when you're talking to people. Just do not assume anything about anybody. So I hope this has been helpful. I just wanted to, share this with you in case you are looking for ways to serve people on a deeper level and to just really help people. And, this is just a simple, it almost seems like common sense, but the reality is most people are not doing this. And most people that have Facebook groups are just letting people in, and they're not conversing with people or learning more about their individual members in this way. And so when you do this, people really appreciate it, and it really helps you to stand out. So if you are not already in my Facebook group and you would like to come over and join us and hang out in a community of entrepreneurs, I teach strategies like this and just all kinds of different tips and training on online marketing strategies. I will provide a link for my Facebook group below this video. It's free. We would love to have you in there. Be sure and answer my membership questions, because that's where I'm going to get the information that I need to create the content that can serve you better, or potentially reach out to you and have a conversation with you to see where I can help you better. And the other thing to know is that I'm really particular about who joins my Facebook group. So if people don't answer the questions, then they don't get admitted into the group. I'm not looking to just build a group with thousands of people that are not engaged. I really want to help people. So I just want to mention that if you really want to be in my group, you will need to answer 3 simple questions. It's only going to take you a second. And that way I'll have the information that I need so that I can serve you better. So I will leave a link to that below this video. And I will also leave a link for you if you would like to learn more about, the tools and the training that I mentioned that I offer to people that want help, that want to take the next step and learn the marketing strategies that are going to help them succeed. and be part of a community that's going to really support them and help them succeed. I will leave a link to the community that I'm a part of as well. And it's basically an all-in-one business that's easy to get started and join our community and get the support that you need. So I will leave a link to that below this video as well. If you have any questions at all, please just leave me a comment. I'd be happy to create another video to answer your question or just engage in a dialogue with you to help you answer your question. Thank you for being here with me today. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.